With your confidence only, I am telling them 100% with confidence that every month we are going to conduct. If you say something, I will be gone. So I will be sitting in front of your office only. Now may I request Shri Om.Prakash Sadhwani ji, a great personality who doesn't want any introduction at all, even though it is my prime responsibility to introduce him. He was a former Joint Commissioner from FDA Maharashtra, a troubleshooter and a specialist in detecting counterfeit drugs, and so far he delivered 4 sessions in 4 states, and each and every time it was when he is delivering the lecture, nobody will go away, and I am here with a stick that sir your time is over, but the audience will say no, let him complete. इधर से सद्वानी साहब का लेक्चर बोले थे मेरे डर में आ जाता है. He can speak 5 hours continuously without any break, but sir you have 55 minutes and request to speak on investigational skills and spurious drugs. Over to Om.Prakash Sadhwani ji, former Joint Commissioner, Maharashtra. Thank you very much, sir.
Namaskar. I hope I am audible.
1 minute, sir.
Last, I am audible? Great. बोल रहा है ऑडिबल है चालू है. Hello. Yes. So, very good afternoon, everyone. And to start with, I really congratulate all of you to be part of these drug control organizations, and you have been implementing quality standards for affordable, accessible, and making drugs available to the patients, not only for India, but now we are pharmacy of the world. So all of us are responsible for the world health. And if any of the manufacturer, either at Telangana or in Kashmir or in Sikkim, manufactures a drug which is not complying to standard, he is playing with the world community. And he is manufacturing a drug which is complying with all the standards, he is supporting the world health. And with this, I would like to give you one very simple statistics, where all of us are concerned and we are part of that, and we should be proud that what allows you to be part of this. Now what you have done, Article 47 of Constitution of India gives one direction to the state, means central government or federal government, that directive principles to the state is that state should strive to work in the direction of increasing health parameters of the citizens. Now, what was life expectancy at around independence, if anybody can support? 40 years around independence. Now it is 72 years. 40 to 72 years. All government policies, all regulations, all the education, awareness, bringing up medical colleges, building Drug and Cosmetic Act and rules to the present extent, making drugs available, primary, secondary, tertiary centers, then good quality food, good education, good awareness has created atmosphere in the country from where you're marched from 40 years to 72 years. And for that, I said that I congratulate you, because all of us were part of this. And as Dr. Appaji said, that we are now pharmacy of the world. 10, 20, 15 years back, Pharma Excel took this slogan that we are the pharmacy of the world. Now in pandemic, all of us understood that what is the importance of our country's industry for the world. We could supply medicines to US, we could supply medicine to Europe, and everybody was demanding. So basically, we took responsibility of the world health and we provided that. And all of us, from Pondicherry to Kerala to Kashmir and to Sikkim and then to Rajasthan, all of us were part of this. Somebody has manufactured, somebody is sold, somebody is researched, somebody is testing, somebody is providing. So any drug manufactured in India is really, really useful for an African person. A simple paracetamol can relieve headache. And if somebody is suffering from headache, and if he takes paracetamol, headache is relieved. He gives you blessings. I am coming from some spiritual angle. That what you are causing, your medicines, one batch, 10 lakh tablets of paracetamol are relieving 10 lakh headaches. Blood pressure medicines, diabetic medicines. So, you have been delivering a great deal, and all of us should be proud of that. Now, but that brings us to one thing, that while the industry has expanded from this, in my lectures I used to say 20,000 crores domestic and 20,000 crores export. Now it is 1,20,000 crore domestic, 1,40,000 crores export. This much expansion we have seen in our lifetime. So, for good things, all of us are responsible. We need to be congratulated. But this brings you to something different. That as your brands are in demand, as your drugs are in demand, similarly, there are some people who are troublemakers, who want to make fast money and who want to go into white collar crime, and they feel that they cannot be caught. They are manufacturing some spurious drugs. Some good manufacturers are fighting for that, as Abbott. They said that, okay, sir, we should make awareness sort of thing. But prime responsibility, see, if we say, what is aim and object of the act? To provide best quality medicines at the reasonable price. Every drug control administration's motto is that. Now, you are providing best quality medicines, but if some patient, as she said that, what was that, Thyronam, he gets Thyronam, everybody will take at least one bottle which has got 100 tablets or so, 3 months quota, and if he doesn't get Thyronam at all, thyroxine at all, that will be bad for that patient. Now, there is one brand of Abbott which actually I was also worried about, progesterone, that is Dufastron. For maintenance of the pregnancy, Dufastron is to be given up to the full term pregnancy, during full term of for the full term. Now, if somebody gets spurious, doesn't have dydrogesterone in that, there will be abortion. So, you will be losing lives. Similarly, all drugs. Now we had a very good example of cases starting from Odisha. Very good. Congratulations to the teams. Odisha, Uttar Pradesh, Himachal Pradesh. They did a wonderful job of catching crores of rupees medicines. But see, since when it was going on, up to what time it went on, now you are able to stop. So, these teams need congratulations, but then spurious drugs were available. Now, it is our responsibility to see that when we say that even DCJ office or every regulator is looking into the direction that there should not be any impurities. We are really looking for impurities. See, if there is a medicine 100%, it should be free from impurities. And here there is a medicine which is only impurity or adulteration or 0%. So we have to control this. How we can do that? All of us are part of that. And whatever examples I will be giving, I hope all of us have investigated cases and all of us have faced some impediments. All of us have faced some problems. And all of us have certain skills so that we are able to solve the cases. So what are the skills? How you are able to solve the cases? What is your presence of mind? What is your teamwork? I will be concentrating on that. If I am reachable to you, please show me hand that I am going in the right direction. Are you with me or I am going to हवा में बोल रहा हूँ क्या? नहीं ठीक है. So all of you are with me. Thank you. So I go into my presentation and I may take some time and you may tell me, sir, stop. As Koteshwara said, I can talk for 5 hours, 10 hours or whatever. Work is big. What I will be talking is some cases done by me, but most of the cases done by my colleagues. Most of the cases done by your teams. Amandeep Chauhan, latest case of anti-cancer drug where he caught a person from Mumbai Great case, great example. During my presentation, I will just tell him to come and narrate that, how he did that. Right. So there are certain examples where we'll be going in live into the discussion, what is to be done, how it is to be done. And there are certain compliments for teams. As today morning only Dr. Koshia, by the way he has left also, told to his team, while Sadhwani was drug inspector, he was drug inspector, we did a very wonderful case that will come in this example, where we had a joint raid at Ahmedabad, Vatwa. It was a great raid, and then that is a milestone in the FDA history, that type of cases. Right. We had a very good case with Andhra Pradesh at that time, now Telangana. Right. So there are interstate coordination cases where teams were formed and they worked in such a way that we have got wonderful results. So let us celebrate that and be conscious to the situation that we can create wonders, but we have to be alert. So we will be discussing a value chain. What is regulatory framework in India? Investigation, what are vital ingredients? Destruction of evidence. Somebody will destroy the evidence. How you will recollect it? Somebody will be absconding. How you will make him appear before you? Somebody will impersonate. He is available before you and he is saying, I am not that. Somebody will create health issues. Mr. Banarse will have give one very good example of Orai raid in that case. Right. The refusal to provide information. Obstacles from authorities itself. Koi bolta hai, mat jao, ye mat karo. Why you are doing this? Why this is required? So there are certain obstacles coming up. How to overcome that? And then we will review and conclude. So this is in general agenda. Wherever you want, I should be fast, I will be fast. Wherever you want, that sir ye to bahut baar batate ho. To bahut baar bata do. Just to understand, how many of you have already heard me on investigation? So I will have to fight out कि I will not repeat same examples which I had given it to you. Right? So this is the supply chain, right? Raw material source. Sorry. Pointer कहाँ होगा? ये pointer है center वाला. So this is packaging material source, raw material source. And from here everything comes to the manufacturing site. It may be third party manufacturing, it may be loan licensing, it will be your own plant. And then there is a transportation involved. If everything is manufactured, it goes to the CFA, and from there it goes to distributor, from it goes to pharmacy, and then it goes to the patient. Right? This is supply chain in general in pharma. Now we have no control over packaging material. There is no regulation to regulate packaging material. Only our Schedule U says that you have to reconcile your packaging material, you have to keep in lock and key and then see this, that. Now anybody can print any label which is currency. Any label which is currency and it can be available. Now, very simply, tablets are available. Label anybody can print. So they will very confidentially take up some tablets from one place, go to another place, put up labels and sell. Right? So you have no control over packaging material source. Then even if he is a good packaging material supplier, you audits and you put up all the responsibility on the manufacturer himself, that they should be auditing this. This is the place, transportation. Right. No control over transportation. Drug Act doesn't control transportation. Though we say that you have to maintain storage condition, refrigerator, 2 to 8 degrees, this, that, we have no control over under the Act. Responsibility with the manufacturer. He has to select good transporter, he has to arrange this one, that one. But then there is another story here. Right. Now everything comes here. Now if anything coming here is not of good quality, diethylene glycol, why it is happening? Diethylene glycol, why it is happening? Propylene glycol, or now they said sorbitol, or they say glycerin. If it is transported in a container which was used earlier for diethylene glycol, then also it can give adulteration up to that level, so that it will be adulterated and it will cause deaths. Now your transporter, n number of materials have been caught. Raw material purchased, TMP sulfur is my case with Andhra Pradesh. Trimethoprim from Andhra Pradesh was purchased by a Maharashtra manufacturer, a drum of 25 kg. So 10 drums of 25 kg, 10 drums of 25 kg came to Mumbai, and then tablets were, granules were manufactured. While granules were manufactured, we found that it is only 66%. Why? Because ring over the drum was removed with such much preciseness that seal was intact. They took out material, 1/3 material, and they put starch or DCP there, and then again they put TMP there. Right. Now manufacturer was not following that GMP. He had not used that sampling rod, and then sample was taken from upper layer of the drum, and the sample passed. It tested, sample passed. Granules manufactured 66%. Right. And this is not the isolated case which I am seeing. This is a case every now and then happening. And another part, earlier it was coming to the regulator to say as a complaint. Now they settle amongst themselves कि 66% है उतना पैसा दे दो बात खलास करो. Dangerous. So be alert. This is happening in transportation. We have caught many cases, particularly on Talasari. Jharbuke is witness to that. Bombay to Vapi, there is a Talasari border, and in night at Talasari border, they remove this and they put up DCP or starch, and then the material goes on. Right. And then these Bombay and Gujarat dealers settle among themselves. Now they don't come to you because you say you destroy the material. So this is happening. So we should be alert on this. Right. So from this CFA, now material after manufacturing comes to CFA, full truckload of cough syrup, full truckload of glaxo medicines, full truckload of costly medicines are stolen somewhere. भिवंडी में उठा लिया, पूरा का पूरा ट्रक गायब हो गया. Truck was booked for Nagaland, and then it never reached the Nagaland. Where medicine is going? Be alert there. Right. Then here, from here to Stockist. Now here is a major game. That CFA will not indulge into any spurious things. From CFA, materials are going to wholesalers. Now wholesalers, if they are authorized stockists, till 4-5 years back, they were not involved. Nowadays, some cases are reviewing their name. Now they get some material from some other source and then they do it. Third point is, that there are some dealers who are, now after GST, another issue has come up. Earlier, because of ST and other CSTs, material was not traveling from Agra to Mumbai. Now because of GST, Mumbai dealer is purchasing from Agra. Now Agra person will give 10 good medicines and put up 2 spurious in that. So this type of things are happening. So be alert here. Earlier we had very strong point that all the spurious medicines were sold without bill. So anywhere you find bill not given, you can attack. But nowadays they are very smart. They will give bill of Agra or Nagaland, and then that firm is not there at all. And you from Maharashtra cannot come and verify that this firm is there or not. So there will be a bogus bill now. Bogus bill from distributor to the pharmacy. Right. Now authorized distributor or even undercutting distributors are selling spurious medicines here. And beyond that, there are certain prescribers, particularly doctors. It's difficult. Dispensing doctors or doctors who are giving medicines to their patients, they are the strongest culprits. Rate tod ke lega. So doctors, one part. Another thing is that our act says that you have to sell only to the registered medical practitioners who is registered with Indian Medical Council and whatnot. So all the bogus doctors, all the quacks cannot get medicine as per our law. But all of them are getting. So because they are getting, who is supplying them? Those who are supplying, they are raising bills in the names of somebody else. They are giving it to them, and there game is played. So major playing for spurious medicine is here, right? And from there it goes to patient. Patient बेचारे को तो पता नहीं, उसको तो चिट्ठी है, बिल है, regular pharmacy से ले लेगा. So patient is a sufferer. I am not going in details here, but this is the supply chain which I wanted to explain it to you, that this is supply chain which is happening everywhere, and this has got this type of problems. Export we are not going, the spurious goes to export also. Bhargav sir had given me 2 cases in this. I will come in the examples here. Coordination between center and state. Bhargav sir has given me 2 cases which I cherish, that intelligence, scientific intelligence provided, and on that case goes into conviction. So what is regulatory framework in India? Regulatory framework in India is that because we say that it is a subject, health is a subject on the concurrent list, so state and center both are responsible for Drug Act, right? So legislation is part of CDSCO. All the legislations are framed by central government. So say legislation for CDSCO. International trade, import, export, everything is regulated by central government. All clinical trials as per new drug and clinical trial rules is regulated by central government. New drug approvals by central government. Manufacturing licenses by center and state depending on the categories. Biologics, joint licensing authorities. Medical devices, category A and B with the state, category C and D with the center. And then other drugs, there may be something. Retail and distribution. See, here very important. Sorry. A retail distribution license and total control on retail. So anything being sold in your area, as a state regulator, you are the licensing authority. In your area it has been sold, so you become responsible for that, right? Major point which I want to raise, which when Mr. Dr. Ishwar Reddy was DCGI, we had one committee that investigations, it merits coordination. State government, if FDA Maharashtra rates somebody at Mumbai or Pune and the supply is from Agra, we have no communication with Agra. Agra regulator will not be understanding my points, and there I feel that central regulator, if comes in picture, probably we will be able to do wonders. We will be able to do wonders. And then we had one committee where we said that we should have a force like CBI, where state and central regulators will jointly form a group, and then that group will be taking actions and of particularly simultaneous raids. If I have got the information that something is being manufactured in Kolkata or in Agra, and if I catch something there in Mumbai, if I have advance information, we can have joint raid. We can have joint raid, because as soon as we raid at Mumbai, everybody from Agra will run away. Everybody from Agra will run away. So to have that, we should have this merits. Therefore, I marked it orange, red, whatever. This needs our attention, that we should be jointly doing something or creating some mechanism where 2 states can communicate, and state regulator, even Agra drug inspector, goes with full confidence and rates the place at the simultaneous time. So if you see this regulation is good. Section 18C is great. Nobody can manufacture for sale or distribute or for a stockist offer for sale except under license and in accordance with the conditions of the license. All of us agree to this. Section 18C, it is there. So if everybody is manufacturing under license, selling under license, manufacturing the quantity as per records, and then selling that quantity only to the licensed dealers, and nobody is manufacturing without license, and all the bills given are G9 and perfect, probably this is the best section. This is the best thing which we could do, that is there. So if everybody is licensed, there will be nobody in the business who deals in the medicines. So this is the organized system of healthcare management. Law cannot be better than this. So this system is keeping away. Nobody you are allowed to manufacture spurious drugs or NSQ drugs or adulterated drugs. Nobody can distribute that. Nobody can sell that. And it also avoids self-medication. Prescription is required, this, that. So it ensures traceability also. The manufacturer, if he has manufactured 1 lakh tablets, it will go to the retail wholesaler. From wholesaler, it will go to the retailer, and a retailer will go to the patient. So everybody has to issue the bill. So you can reconcile up to that level. So this is organized system. This has not got no issue. We cannot say go and amend the act or something like that. It's not required. Only what is required, how you implement this. So this is menace of counterfeit drugs. Counterfeit is not defined in our act. However, I can only explain with one simple example. Let us, you may please allow me to take some example of some brand with brand names, so that because it is our internal forum, we can do. What is spurious? Anything which is manufactured by somebody whose name is not there on the label, but he has manufactured that. So, for example, if I say crocin is a Glaxo product, right? Crocin tablet manufactured by Glaxo is the original product. If somebody else manufactures crocin, writes Glaxo, then it is spurious. Without knowledge of Glaxo, nowadays the licensing, you have to third party also, you have to understand. Beyond knowledge of Glaxo, if somebody manufactured crocin and sells it in the market with the name of the Glaxo, then it is spurious. Now, like what is crocin is a paracetamol tablet 500 milligrams. Paracetamol tablet 500 milligram, if doesn't contain paracetamol, even if it is manufactured by Glaxo, it is spurious. Third one is that it is written that brand ABC manufactured by manufacturer XYZ, and XYZ is not there at all. It's not there at all. क्या आप बोलोगे कि there is a factory at Baddi and such place. Nowadays we are getting that. कि address Andheri East, Mumbai. Now MIDC Andheri East, Mumbai, that company doesn't exist. There is no number, there is nothing. So if company doesn't exist, whatever drug they have manufactured, if they don't exist, then it is a spurious drug. Right. What is counterfeit? Now spurious is counterfeit. All adulterated drugs are counterfeits. All not of standard quality drugs are counterfeits. So we have really classified it in a very different way: NSQ, adulterated, misbranded, and spurious. Beyond that, there are some trademark violations which go into trademark and copyright violations, which we are not regulating as per Drug Act, are into this, right? And now there is one more thing which brings counterfeit in, that is distribution by some unauthorized sources, which is not offense in our this one. Unauthorized means he is not authorized by that company. One day I had one great discussion with Hindustan Unilever. What they said, a product manufactured by Unilever in Bangkok, Thailand, if is imported in India by any third entity other than Hindustan Unilever, then also it is counterfeit. Because in India, for that brand of Unilever, Lux or Dove or whatever, all the rights are with Hindustan Unilever. Anybody else bringing that is the counterfeit. So which doesn't fit in our definitions, in our things. So we don't say that it is counterfeit. Right. So this type of understanding of counterfeit is there, but therefore we as a regulator are concerned with 2 or 3 more quality issues first. If manufacturer doesn't exist, yes. If it doesn't contain drug, yes. If somebody has manufactured in somebody else's name, yes, it is really counterfeit. But trademark violations can be treated under trademark acts or something like that. Or then if there are some violation of supply chain, that we are not looking into. Right. Now, every now and then there is hue and cry, 30% counterfeits. I was heading intelligence branch FDA. I used to reply to press. Everybody, every regulator is facing this. Even Nita said today said 10%, 20%, whatever. Patralekha Chatterjee gave it in the WHO magazine, some Lancet. 30% spurious. I strongly object on that. I objected, even Dr. Marshall committee looked into that. And Ashwini Kumar sir was DCGI. he had given letter to Patralekha Chatterjee. That Patralekha Chatterjee, what is the survey, on what basis you are saying this, 30%? She said, it is my perception. See, it cannot be perception. If 30% is spurious, you will face deaths, you will face pharmacovigilance issues, you will face severe actions. It's not there. But then Mashelkar committee said that, okay, it is her perception. This is filed by me in Bombay High Court. Even you had also filed some affidavit in PIL 64 of 2003. We have filed to Justice Lodha. I had clearly said that it is not there, sir. Every case, every not of standard quality is followed by the regulators to the right conclusion. Either there will be some administrative action in NSQs, either there will be some prosecution, or if there is spurious drug, there will be 100% prosecution. And Justice Lodha endorsed that on that judgment itself. Right? But then the Mashelkar committee said, you conduct the survey. There was some survey conducted by Delhi Trust or something. After that, a great survey was conducted, of which every one of us was part, in 2016 to 18, and the findings were 47,000 samples drawn, 3.16% NSQ and 0.0245%, 0.02, it's not 2, 0.0245% spurious. So this is the survey. This is a survey which is authentic, conducted by Government of India with some good statistical design. From various sources we drew samples, and samples were drawn in a proper way with presence of some academicians and some volunteers and NGOs, and then drug inspector drew sample, and this is the survey. So this is the survey which we can talk. But as I said, this also shows this much. Now if you talk 1,20,000 crores, 1,40,000 crores, 2,60,000 crores का 0.25% भी कितना होता है, and how much life they can take in that 0.25%. So our endeavor should be, it has to be 0.000, right? This is the charge which we should be taking to say that if we are present, अमित बंसल बैठा है, अमित बंसल प्रेजेंट है तो यूपी में नकली दवाई बिक नहीं सकती है, वो उठा के मार देता है, 100 केस कर दिया, वो सेंचुरी मार दिया हुआ, राइट? अभी अमनदीप चौहान कर रहा है वंडर्स इन हरियाणा. So this type of officers are there. This type of officers are there. If there is any clue coming out of spurious, he will kill, right? So this is the point which I want to bring in, that a brand, if we say even 0.25% in a brand of 100 crores or 500 crores, it makes some sense. At least that much patients will be suffering. To avoid that, we should be looking into that, right? And this is four-pronged approach which Venu also said, which I have been propagating and which I have been talking to industry, that industry should have strong QA supply chain, vendor identification, random check for counterfeiting risks. Industry should do this. They should coordinate with government, their government affairs and regulators, which now they are doing. That they should be having interaction with the regulator. In spurious, मुझे hint मिल गया, मैं कहाँ जाऊँ? Where should I go and tell? So I should have some appointed person in the state regulators where I should go and give the information, because really you cannot publicly give the information. You have to go and whisper it into the ears of the regulator who will be taking action, right? And now this is corporate cooperation. So trade associations now, as we remember, Indian Pharmaceutical Association Alliance had formed one group, and then they coordinated with CDSU and conducted many raids. DROI and you were part of that. And those raids were really successful, because you from central government and state government, you lodged FIRs with CBI and then you did it, right? So industry association coming up, giving you some information and you doing from that. Captive vigilance, this is true for both of us, that all the officers should be alert and all the manufacturers should also be alert, right? Officers alert. What I say, why manufacturer's responsibility? Because officer, how many brands are there in the world, in India? 40,000 plus. For, huh? 85,122. Yes, Ramkishan, I like this. हाँ, so now 85,000, 95,000 मेरे को तो गिनती आती नहीं, पैसा भी गिनना सीखा नहीं मैं तो yeah, 85,000, 95,000 brands. Now one drug inspector in a particular area, एक district में एक आदमी, 400 medical store, 20-50 manufacturer, and then you tell him go and find out one is spurious on this. It's impossible for him. एक manufacturer के पास, how many brands? About how many brands? 1,500 brands. 1,500 brands. How many divisions? 22 divisions. So every division will have maximum 100. Field force can be alert on their 100 brands. And they should collect intelligence that where my sale is suffering. If my sale is suffering, what action I am taking. If I am alert, I can purchase secretly in that area and then find out is there any supplier come in, and then if he finds out, if they find out, they have immediate record that this is spurious, and then immediately they can come to the regulator, and regulator jointly with them, with their help, can raid. So this type of coordination, cooperation from manufacturers. I call for every manufacturer to come into this, because regulator can do wonders. Regulators are not short of the efforts. Regulators are doing wonders. But if you want plus results, you must involve industry in vigilance. And now when industry is in vigilance, regulators must listen to them and act on their advice. Whatever confirmation you want, it is spurious or not or whatnot, you have to act on their advice. So let us coordinate this slide, whatever I have prepared 5 years back. I feel that this could be a game changer for all the stakeholders. If all of us get involved, this cooperation can lead to 0% spurious. Right. So where you have to be alert? Where you have to be alert? Dealers without license, undercutting suppliers, direct supplies to the doctors, institutional supply, unusual incidences. Somebody came to me, sir, I am a printing press owner, and somebody has come to me and told me that please print Woodward gripe water labels for me. Now I am at Mumbai, Woodward is manufactured at Chennai. Why he has come to me? Therefore I understand that he could be manufacturing something spurious. Sir, I have not printed the labels. I said, you are a good man, you have come to me, that's great. But sir, और कोई तो print कर देगा, because there is no control on the press. There is no control on printing, there is no control on the press, and to my utter surprise, with my alertness even, myself and Banarse detected Woodward gripe water is spurious, infected with fungal infection, fungal growth in Woodward gripe water within 1 month or so. Because somebody who manufactured spurious, he was not knowing how to formulate it, and fungus grew on that. Right. So within 1 month, but we were alert. We could nab at least 9 dealers. We prosecuted them, but we were unable to reach the manufacturer. So this type of things will happen. So be alert. Now I have one more point for regulators, all regulators. That there is informer, there is a press. They want to come to your office. They want to tell you. आपके ऑफिस में एंट्री डिफिकल्ट हो गया भाई. CDSC ऑफिस आपको एंट्री करना है तो यू हैव टू क्रॉस 10 बैरियर्स. PRO, this, that, then whom want to meet, what is your work. FDA Maharashtra, same thing. PRO को मिलो, ये करो, वो करो. Informers will not come to your office and then fight for this. Therefore, all who are you, field force, don't sit in the office. Be on the field, meet people, be connected. If people are not allowed to come to your office, even if allowed, they will not come, because there is a chance that they will be targeted, they will be identified. So because you don't want to identify them, you want to keep their name secret, field force should move on the field and be in touch with the people, public, chemists, whosoever is providing information, you should be available to them. They cannot come to your office. it's difficult to reach to you in your office. What brands pricing power? महंगा चीज होगा, एंटी कैंसर ड्रग 25,000 रुपीज पर वायल. नाउ अभी गरिमा के लिए आप एक ड्रग लेना चाहते हो 12 करोड़ रुपए. अभी एक कोई वायल में कुछ तो भी डाल के दे दिए, आपको बोले 12 करोड़ के बदले 10 करोड़ में देता हूँ, आप ले लिए तो मर गया. राइट. Very high volume, anything which is sold in high volume, Duphaston, Thyronorm or whatever. Right, Betnesol, these type of brands. High recall at the prescription level. बहुत ज़्यादा बिकता है, Combiflam. Or any brand which is fast prescribed. High recall with the consumers, Iodex, Jandubam, then Digene. Then undifferentiated physical attributes, both dangerous. Paracetamol 500 milligram in elongated shape are available. Same tablets can be taken and then they can be labeled like anything. Good paracetamol tablets can be labeled as higher antibiotic tablet, and then you will find that it is paracetamol. Right. So tablets are available, packaging material is available. Somebody will pack this way. So this here, I would request one more thing, that all of us should be looking and preparing a list of possible counterfeits. Everything is not counterfeited. आज तक जो हिस्ट्री में मिले हैं, पहले तो उसकी लिस्ट बनाओ, उस पर अलर्ट रहो, और दूसरे कौन से ब्रांड्स में हो सकता है उसका लिस्ट बनाइए. नाउ वी गो इनटू इन्वेस्टिगेशन. हाउ मच टाइम वी हैव, बिकॉज़ थक जाएगा. और ऑल ऑफ यू विथ मी, आराम से चलूं. हाँ, यस, डॉक्टर कहाँ है? कोटेश्वर राव इज इन, तो मेरे को रोक देगा. ऑल प्रोसीडिंग्स फॉर कलेक्शन ऑफ एविडेंस. यस.
Hello. Only working officers, please continue here, and retired officers and who has got some diabetic or something, please proceed for lunch. Working officers has to be here only. Okay. Thank you.
So what is investigation? This is, I have taken Mr. Banarse's slide. Proceeding for जिसको भूख लग गया हो जाओ. It is systematic, minute, and thorough attempt to learn facts about something complex or hidden. It starts when information is received. So I'll be very fast. You have to gather intelligence, right? I can come from another point. Cases are not detected. It's a complex issue. Cases cannot be detected by sitting in the office. Cases cannot be detected by inspections, and cases can only be detected if you have intelligence. आपको पता होना चाहिए कि this drug, this person, this place, this way, this modus operandi, you should be able to gather intelligence on that. And once you gather intelligence, sift the information. There can be some false information. There may be some information coming from the rivalry of the dealers. There can be some information just because of competitors saying that everything is spurious there in the market. So look on that whatever information you are getting, is it good? Is it correct? Can it be sifted to proper way? Verification. Now, documentation of the information. Very important point. All the raids which we are conducting, there is one great sentence in Form 16. I have reason to believe. I have reason to believe. Now you have reason to believe, therefore you are into this raid. Otherwise it will become vexatious. So you have reason to believe, must record your reason. Must record that the drug which I am today seizing is spurious. I got some information and I have reason to believe it is spurious. Therefore you have to say that it is purported to be spurious. You have to write that brand. I have written in at least all the spurious drug cases very clearly that I am seizing the stock of very good company because I have reason to believe that this is spurious. Now, when I have reason to believe it is spurious, how do I record it in my Form 17, Form 16, Form 15 or anywhere where I am seizing the stock? I must write that reason for my raid on this premises is because I got information that this is spurious. Therefore, my every document from ab initio, what is first information report? What is first information? First time आपको क्या पता है? मुझे पता है ये नकली है, मुझे पता है ये spurious है. Therefore, I must write it is purported to be spurious. Because information has come to you, you have verified the information, now you are on the verge of seizing the stock and you cannot seize the stock of good company, good product, complying product. Why you are seizing? It may be good also. But today your information that it is purported to be spurious. And please write your documents. Your documents should always say that you had some good intention of doing this raid. You just for somebody say you not visited their premises and seized everything. Why you don't go to a big company and seize everything? Because you don't have reason. Why you go to a godown of spurious drug and seize everything? Because you have reason. Right? So reason to believe is important. Please record it in your every document. Nowadays, whatever is coming up that you don't record that, then it will be product of that company, and then that company will be listed in NSQ, and then their share value will go down. They will be answerable. Everybody, if somebody has come to you with the information or whatever investigation has told you that this is spurious, then you cannot allegate some good manufacturer on that. So documentation of information is important, and then commencement of investigation. So how you will commence the investigation? For very new drug inspectors, this could be a very good slide. Otherwise, all of us have done this. Proceeding to the spot, ascertainment of facts and circumstances of the facts. Discovery and arrest of the offender. To date or what, till last year, we had no power to arrest. Now the one writ petition number 200 in Supreme Court has empowered us all. Apne powers mein, we were never reading that line. Powers as you may need to investigate, whatever, as you may require. Now that line has been interpreted by the Supreme Court, by Justice Kaul, saying that in that power, which is not very clearly specified, any other power as required during the raid gives you power to arrest. All powers with the police are now not there. Every power, even power of the arrest, which is not specified in the Drug Act, is with you if, again I am coming to the point, that if you are investigating a cognizable offense of chapter 4, that is spurious drug or tatsam, then you have power to arrest. I'll just request Amandeep, please come here. Please come here. Now there are this amendment or not just judgment came around 1.5 years back. And then all of us were really struggling. We are the drug inspectors. We do not have any weapon. We do not have any arms or anything. We do not have any custody places. We do not have any lockups. How do we do this? This Amandeep has done a very good case in Haryana 2 months back. And then from where he arrested somebody in Haryana. And from there he came to Mumbai. Lalit, salute to Lalit and him. He came to Mumbai, and from that they coordinated with DCP and FDA Maharashtra, and a person of foreign origin, Turkey, a person from Turkey was detained in the hotel. He started in the morning, reached afternoon, left with that detained person in the evening, and he arrested that person at Haryana. I'll just request him to explain what he did.
So I will use this.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. So, sir had already mentioned in detail about the reason to believe issue on Form 16, the lines were written over there. So, in this present case, there is an injection used to be Defitelio, defibromide for infusion. This is an injection which is used for bone marrow transplant. In the patients of bone marrow transplant, this injection is used for a particular disease in some few of the patients. So one of the informer came to me, he informed that, sir, I suspect that this is a spurious drug. I told him that no issues, you just order the drug and we will check that what the content is actually in that particular drug. So he said, sir, the supplier is coming to me within half an hour to supply this drug and you may come along with me and you can nab him. So the very first supplier which we nabbed was Sandeep Bhuhi from Gurgaon near Artemis Hospital. So he was having those Defitelio injections, around 10 vials were recovered, which he came to sell to Gurgaon for rupees 10 lakh rupees. And around 12 lakh rupees medicines were already sold by him at Gurgaon only. So we took hold of him, I asked him from where you got this drug. He said, sir, I had procured this drug from a person named Motidur Rahman Ansari. So I was very surprised to see that the product was manufactured in Italy. I called in the office of CDSCO to confirm whether this drug is registered in India or not. So they said no, there is no registration of this very product to be imported in India. So I was surprised that what next action is to be taken against this. If I take sample, then there will be this will be of no use, because I was aware that the reference standard would not be available in India. So I immediately saw that there was an email ID written over there of the Italy Jazz Pharmaceuticals. I scanned the pack and I immediately rushed out a mail to Italy. Within 30-35 minutes from Italy, they replied me that this is not our product, this is a spurious product, and we had already raised an alarm at WHO for another batch of the same product which was recovered in Kyrgyzstan. So then it was a question that should I got a FIR lodged or should I arrest myself? So I thought this is an opportunity which I should explore, and as per the orders of Honorable Supreme Court, I should abide with that and we should follow the directions. But again there was a hurdle that what are the documents now required to be prepared, sir? So by few of the colleagues and throughout the mentors, through judiciary, I came to know that so documents are to be prepared. So this is a very interesting and very important for all of us, because some day or the other day we all have to do this activity. Not even today, even in the coming years, when police will no more lodge an FIR, we will left with no other option to arrest ourselves. So the very first document which we have to prepare is a Panchnama. One thing I must tell you, that here in India we are having a very old legal law, very old procedures, and we have to adopt it that manner only. So Panchnama is a particular word which is given in CRPC also. So we have to abide with that. The very first document is Panchnama. It is nothing but whatever at the spot you are doing, you have to narrate everything over that Panchnama, that what had happened, what action was taken, who is the person. You have to take 2 witnesses. In Panchnama it is mandatory to have independent witnesses. You may call them from anywhere else, but the signature should be there of the independent witness. The second document which is most important is the arrest memo as per the CRPC section 50. So that document is very much mandatory. That court will on the very first moment they will ask about the arrest memo, that where is the arrest memo you had prepared at the spot. And 3 things are to be noted which have to be declared in that arrest memo. That number 1, you have to offer to the accused that you can contact to your advocate if you want to. You can go for a medical checkup if you want to. And where you will be kept into the custody today night if I am offering you for an arrest. So I prepared that arrest memo. Then there was a question that accused was arrested from Gurgaon. He was really from Bihar. His family was somewhere in Delhi. So second thing was to inform the relative of the accused. So I called telephonically his wife that I am so and so person, and it's better if we record that particular information on another phone or on our phone only, that I am so and so person calling, and so person is disclosing that he is your husband and I am arresting him. The reason of arrest is this, and he will be detained today over here and will be produced to this court tomorrow. So this is the information which is to be provided to a relative. But now there is again a question that if somehow there is no relative available or no phone calls are available, then what else is the action to be taken? Immediately inform to the local police station, get a DDR entry over there that so and so person from your jurisdiction is arrested by me today and I am taking along with him to my jurisdiction. And after reaching to your jurisdiction, just inform to the Ilaka magistrate of your jurisdiction that I had arrested so and so person today, and I will be producing him to the courts. Your documents are ready, you had informed, you had taken his consent, you had informed him about his arrest. Directly go to the civil hospital and give an application to get his medical checkup done. Get the medical checkup done, take him along with you. In 24 hours, you have to produce him to the Ilaka magistrate. Go to the Ilaka magistrate. In this case, I went to Ilaka magistrate. I said, sir, I need to have remand of this person so that I can get the disclosure that from where he acquired the said medicine, which is a spurious drug. Now, even the WHO had given the alert over that. So, I was issued the remand of 2 days. So, the very first day, in first hour, he told me, sir, I had procured from this person. He is there. You can go and take him to. So I went to that place. Motidur Rahman Ansari was the person. He was also arrested. Same procedure was adopted. He was also taken on remand. But before remand only, he disclosed that, sir, I have taken it from Uttar Pradesh, from Noida. There is a person, his office is this, you can go and check with him. We don't have any invoices. So this is an easy process also. We issue notices, they reply, it takes time. It's an easy process also. Take them along with you, keep them on remand for Tuesday, they automatically will inform you what had happened. So the third person was also arrested, he was Kanishk Rajkumar from Noida. So he was also taken on remand for 2 days. He informed on the very first night before producing to the court that, sir, this injection was manufactured in Turkey and the person who brought this from Turkey to India is in the hotel room number 203 at Mumbai, so and so hotel. So I have to produce him to the court in the morning and his disclosure is there and he told that he will leave for Turkey at 3 o'clock. So I contacted sir also and at Mumbai authorities also, and the person was detained at Mumbai, that Turkey person. So his photograph was taken, that came to WhatsApp, and Kanish confirmed that yes, this is the same person who handed over this injection to me and was brought from Turkey. So I immediately, when Kanish was produced, I moved to the airport and I rushed a flight to Mumbai and I reached there. So DCP crime members were there who met me and they told me, sir, this is the person, you can arrest him. So now there was again a question that within 24 hours I have to go back if I arrest him here. So I arrested him at night at 2 o'clock and morning at 7:30 I took the flight. I brought him along with me all the way to Gurgaon and then got all the documentation done over there at Mumbai only. The copy was there. I handed over to Bombay police and a DDR entry was made over there because his contact number of any relative was not there. So he was taken along with us. He was also taken on remand 4 days. Now the fifth person is a Muhammad Umar, who was the real manufacturer at Turkey. But as we don't have any treaty signed with Turkey of extradition, so we can't take him along with us. But now Government of India at own level through Home Ministry is trying that how the person can be nabbed. But the last thing is that within 90 days you have to close your investigation and you have to file a complaint after following all these due procedures, and after taking the approval from State Drug Controller you have to file the application. This
Very big hands for Amandeep.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I would like to share a few more things.
Yes, sir.
For benefit of all, that where you kept this person during the custody period, during remand and after the remand.
Yes.
Must have crossed 2 days.
Yes, sir.
Then you have arrested one of the person at Mumbai.
Yes, sir.
So whether any jurisdiction issue was there or not?
No jurisdiction issue, sir. After DDR entry at your jurisdiction, there is no jurisdiction issue, sir.
No, but as per notification, you are notified for a local limit.
Yeah.
So
That
whether this issue arose during in the court or not?
Yes, sir.
These are important questions.
Yes,
Since
that is
we
the
have gone through, this would be beneficial for everyone.
Yes.
Sir, let me tell you, it is very clear that local officer was taken, local Mumbai drug inspector was taken by me for jurisdiction issue. The sampling from other medicines was also there which were available with that
बाकी सब
person of
चलेगा, रात को 10
Turkey,
बजे तक चलो।
those were also oncomedicine, and the samples were taken by Mumbai guy. As the DDR entry in this particular case was done at Gurgaon at my jurisdiction, and DDR entry was there, on behalf of that DDR entry, we took the person from Mumbai to Gurgaon, sir. Then there was no jurisdiction issue because a DDR entry was already made
And where those persons were detained?
at Haryana only, Gurgaon. He is in custody today also, sir.
In police station.
Yes.
Okay.
Sir, it's like that, ki he has got power of the arrest. Now he is in arrest, but he doesn't have any lockup.
Right, sir.
He doesn't have any lockup. He doesn't have any lockup. So where he will keep? So therefore, I will request all the state drug controllers to coordinate with the home ministries that any time a drug inspector arrests the person, we do not have lockups. Therefore, police department should provide lockups and we should give them in the custody there. So we should take them with us, or even before that, we should be taking police protection with us. So police should be helping us in arresting him. Police cannot arrest him. We have arrested and we give him in custody of police, and who will be taking care of him, and he will be kept in the police lockup. that facility exists. That facility exists.
During the night he dies, who
Okay.
is responsible?
Right. See, that coordination with police, how to get that, how regulators can achieve that, we can have different discussion on that, but then that is required. And if that is not happening, all of you, please understand, please immediately approach the district magistrate. Please immediately approach the district magistrate, he will help you. Right. So, this is this. I will go fast on some important slides, and then sir ka jo question hai, what a officer faces if some issue of jurisdiction comes. What a officer faces if he is arresting somebody and where it is said that you are not allowed to arrest him, it is unlawful detention. So I will go on to that slide and I will just see that we can. ये सब हम कर रहे हैं. I'll go back again, but then we don't have that much time. Right, so I'll give you one more important case. So let us all get charged, and this is my story. This is my story that we had one case on the 13th of August of year 1996 or 97. Mr. Kekatpure and Mr. Giri were in our team at intelligence branch. Our intelligence branch team was of 7 officers. That is myself, Mr. Ram Banarse, Jhadbuke. Banarse and Jhadbuke are here. Mr. Kekatpure, Mr. Giri, Mr. Biani. And we had 2 assistant commissioners, Mr. S.W. Deshpande and Mr. S.D. Salunke there. And they got information, one strip of arsen. What is arsen? Is rifampicin capsules. Rifampicin capsules, arsen. Now, arsen capsule, one strip was received by them through one of our watchers. We had watchers in FDA. Very simple class 3 employee, looked like a general person. He can go anywhere, purchase anything. He can go, he can understand gossip or something. He can get mixed up with some culprits and everywhere. He will bring some information. Sir, these 2 people were talking and they have got one strip of arsen at Vikhroli. Now, arsen capsule at Vikhroli came. And then we contacted Lipin. Lipin said this is not manufactured by us. And once they said it is not manufactured by us, we had this I am bringing up from very different angle, that authorities are operating in certain restrictions and officers are motivated to solve the cases. And then you get some impediments, आपके पाँव बांध दिए जाते हैं कि आप नहीं कर सकते हो ऐसा. लेकिन उसके बाद भी अगर आप करना है तो कैसा होता है. Now arsen capsules, they say it does not contain rifampicin. Now, anti-TB drug doesn't contain rifampicin. I have many stories about rifampicin. Right. So that one capsule, one strip And by the way, we have investigated one strip case with Mr. Dr. Reddy also, that was Alprex or something, Alprex. So one strip telling you that this is spurious, now you have to find out what is what. Now that strip I'll give in one case, probably we may not be going back to those slides, but I'll tell you full story. Now with that, one strip, Kekatpure and Giri came to the office and said, "ये spurious है भाई, इसके अंदर rifampicin नहीं है," and then we have to investigate that. And they brought in one information, then one Mr. Gulati at Mulund, उसने ये लाके विक्रोली के कोऑपरेटिव मेडिकल स्टोर में दिया है. और कोऑपरेटिव मेडिकल स्टोर, they were not that culprits, they told us who is Gulati. Now we went to Gulati's house on around 13th of August, and Gulati, as we understood, he was not there. And then we were really told that whenever, all officers please listen carefully, whenever you are raiding a place which is a residential premises where you find that there could be some ladies available, please never go alone, please go with the lady officers with you. So we took a Mrs. Pinto and Miss Harsha Ade with us, myself, Jadbuke, Kekatpure, Giri, Banarse, 7, 8, 10 log daba ke, we went there. Now once we were very fine morning, Mulund, that man was not there. Full day we were there. हमको तो चाहिए आदमी, कहाँ से आएगा? Full day we were there. Gulati was not there. And then we created scene that he was stocking medicines here. There were no medicines in his house. Some of the medicines like Iodex, Novalgine, ये वो 15 घर में पड़ी होती है, वो दवाई का हमने पंचनामा बनाया है. Under the name of that lady, stocking for sale, selling and distributing medicines, in charge of the premises, Mrs. Gulati. Now once we prepared that paper, one person came to us कि सर वो गुलाटी का भाई है, आपसे मिलना चाहता है. ये ट्रिक है, ये ट्रिक है. वो सबको बताते नहीं है. उनको कभी कौन आदमी अच्छा लगता है, कभी साधवानी अच्छा लगता है, बहुत लोगों को तो झाड़बुके ही अच्छा लगता था. आई विल नॉट टेल यू बिकॉज आप मारोगे, ये करोगे, वो करोगे. आई विल टेल झाड़बुके. तो मैं बोलता तो झाड़बुके बता भाई, किसको बता, हमको बता. तो गुलाटी आया, गुलाटी का भाई आया, एंड गुलाटीज ब्रदर केम एंड सेड, सर आई हैव मेडिकल स्टोर एट भिवंडी and you had given me license at that place. At least some punya with that man. He felt that Sadhwani is good man, he will support us. Now Gulati can come, but one assurance he needs कि आप लोगों का शक्ल फकल देख के ऐसा लगता है बहुत मारोगे आप. Only assurance I want that आप Gulati will not be beaten up, and then he will come. And then this, we have started raid at 7 o'clock in the morning, and we have completed the raid at 7 p.m. And after that, his brother is coming up, and Bharat Cafe के सामने उधर मुलुंड में किधर बता रहा है. Then that Gulati comes with that whatever manipulation we said we will not do this, that. Gulati comes and tells you that, sir, I got this medicine from Delhi. दिल्ली में कहाँ से लाया? मनमोहन शर्मा. मनमोहन शर्मा दिल्ली में कौन है? आई डोंट नो. Gulati is in front of you, one strip. Who is Manmohan Sharma? He doesn't know. Then he said there is one Ravi Sharma in Mulund who is his relative. उसके घर में आया था, and he gave it to me from there. Right. Then Ravi Sharma. Okay. Then we told him that okay, but where is the material? और किसको दिया है? रात at 10 o'clock in the night, 3-4 hours negotiation. मारूंगा नहीं, ये नहीं करूँगा, वो नहीं करूँगा. 10 o'clock in the night, he says that, sir, I got material, but I will show it only to Sadhwani. उसके ऊपर ही confidence है. Where Mulund colony के ऊपर there is one hill, and then there is some झोपड़पट्टी there. Mulund colony there is झोपड़पट्टी, and we have to go there. Now it's now 11 o'clock in the night. रात को 11 बजे रात को उसके साथ जाना है गुलाटी, who is spurious drug dealer, and he wants only to take me. मैं साधवानी चलेगा, देगा उसको. तो वो बनारसे साहब मेरा दोस्त है ना, वो उधर 5-7 बड़े थे, उसको कैसा पटा के क्या बोला, why alone? बनारसे can also come with you. तो बनारसे myself and Gulati, we went to that hill 11:30 or 12 in the night. Dark night, 12 o'clock in the night. Now at the top of the hill, from that auto rickshaw we came out. He says that वो अंदर झोपड़पट्टी में वो अंदर है सर. अच्छा भला आदमी डरेगा. A culprit with spurious drugs taking you to the top of the hill and then झोपड़पट्टी, and if you get in, nobody knows, no mobile phone at that time, हमारी चोरी हो जाती थी, right? तो हम we collected courage. What will happen if he runs away? We will not get medicines. In any case, we don't have. Right. Now he has come, he says that I will show you the medicines. So we post faith in him. अरे गुलाटी तू क्या अपना दोस्त है, तेरे भाई तो हमारा दोस्त है, जा तू लेके आ, जा तू लेके आ. वो गया अंदर, हम तो वो गया तो गया, नहीं आया तो क्या करेंगे पता नहीं, आया तो ठीक है, नहीं आया तो हम तो अंदर जा नहीं सकते. And he came with one bag full of arsenics. He came with that bag full. That bag, देख लिया, tablet है. Now at top of the hill, on that road, how you will seize the stock? हमारे इधर लिखा है where, who, from whom, when. What to do? तो हम वो चल अभी स्टॉक ले, इधर से नीचे तो चल, हिल के नीचे चल, उसके घर के बाजू में उधर आए. See, support from seniors. I salute to all seniors, Mr. Goodal, Mr. Deshpande, or all seniors. They had given us such a liberty that on field they will not interfere. On field, whatever decisions are taken, they are to be taken by the officer present at that place. उधर गोली आ रही तो मैं कोई ऑर्डर लेने नहीं जाऊँगा, मैं चलाऊँ या नहीं चलाऊँ. Right. I contacted Mr. Goodal on his residential phone line at 2 o'clock in the night. बहुत एग्जाम्पल वाली बात है जो सब सीनियर लोगों ने अपने लोगों के लिए सपोर्ट करना है. आई नरेटेड द स्टोरी, सर ऐसा सवेरे गए, रेड किया, ये किया, उसके घर में माल मिला. अभी ना उसके घर में कुछ मिला नहीं, आज ये आदमी मिला है, वो रास्ते पे है. हाउ कैन आई शो दैट वेयर टू सी, वेयर आई सी. Mr. Goodal tells me one thing, बहुत लाइफ टाइम मेमोरी है मेरे लिए. Mr. Sadhwani, what you did? You raided the place. After raiding the place, you went out. And everybody went to home. Right. You recorded that much, Panchrama is there? Right. And then now very simply record that we raided the place, we left the place at 7 o'clock in the evening, and we maintained watch on his residence. After getting assurance that all the officers have left and everything, at 2 o'clock in the night, this Mr. Gulati was entering in his home with his bag, and we entered behind him and seized the stock at his home. Prepare Panchanama that. This is the support at 2 o'clock in the night. Your mentor, your boss, your colleague, or your, you can say God, this type of people who are so dedicated, they can change. And probably from there, from that type of incidences, you start respecting those people for your lifetime. रात को 2 बजे सर रेड क्या है, जुरिडिक्शन है नहीं है, कहाँ गए, nothing wrong. We created a scene that he got his bag, he went to his house, we went to his house and we seized the stock. Now after seizure of the stock, another story started. कहाँ से लाया? दिल्ली से. दिल्ली में कौन है? मनमोहन शर्मा. कहाँ है? रवि शर्मा बताएगा. रवि शर्मा कहाँ है? तो मुलुंड में किधर रहता है? उसको हाजिर किया. Ravi Sharma came and he said that he can show us Manmohan Sharma at Delhi. Now this was 15th August. We had called Gulati at our office. झाड़बुके के सामने सीन चल रहा है. 15th August we called him in the office and we interrogated him. And he said Ravi Sharma will come. He will show us Manmohan Sharma at Delhi and then we can arrest him. Now 15th August we prepared mind that we will have to go to Delhi. But 15th August we cannot arrest him, ये वो सब issues थे. 16th August morning we called Gulati at our place. Till that time we had not arrested him. 16th August morning he was called. We asked commissioner. Commissioner was Mr. Sanjay Narayan. बहुत बड़ा story है, great. Mr. Deshpande went to Sanjay Narayan and said that sir, my team want to travel to Delhi, and then the team में जाएगा 2 officer, 1 accused and 1 informer, Ravi Sharma, 2 police officers and 2 constables, around 6-7 people. Now those 6-7 people in government of Maharashtra at that time drug inspectors were not allowed to travel by plane. If you want to travel by plane, you have to seek permission from the government in advance. And advance permission from government, तो जब तक तो दिल्ली में मनमोहन शर्मा तो कहाँ चला जाए, right? So we said, commissioner told us, why you go into this problem? Go by Rajdhani. Go by Rajdhani, commissioner told us, and then we came, Mr. Deshpande came to office, and we 7 of us were sitting. Sir, if we want to go to Delhi, we'll have to arrest Gulati. As soon as we arrest Gulati, Gulati will not go to his house tonight. And once he doesn't go to house, जैसा इन्होंने बताया अरेस्ट करना है तो आपको बताना है, उसके फैमिली को बताना है, ये करना है, तो मनमोहन शर्मा will not sit there and wait, आइए साधवानी साहब मुझे पकड़िए, right? So we must travel by flight. Okay, decision was taken to travel by flight against advice of the commissioner. बहुत लड़ाई है बस. IAS officer मणिकंदन है नहीं, ठीक है. IAS officer के against will, head of department, and taking that decision that we have to defy, not in a very different sense, but for the purpose. We did it. Responsibility किसको दे रहे हैं? मैं communication में अच्छा हूँ, मुझे बोलते हैं कि आप टिकट बनाओ. Banaras and myself for tickets. झाड़बुके and other team for arranging that Ravi Sharma. उसको लेके आ भाई, कौन है उसके घर में भी मालूम नहीं पड़ना चाहिए, मनमोहन शर्मा कोई फ़ोन कर देगा. He has to travel to Delhi, but मनमोहन शर्मा should not be informed. तो झाड़बुके उसको ला रहा है. केकतपुरे and Giri had gone to arrested that Gulati, took him to CP control, lodged FIR, went to that judge for transit remand because you have to take him to Delhi, and this. Now all this arrangement with no communication, only one tower, SW Deshpande at his house, with that landline telephone, and we have to just contact him and then get everything done. Right. I went to commissioner's PA. कितना हज़ार है वो टाइम पे वन नया बना था, एयर इंडिया, इंडियन एयरलाइंस वॉज देयर, एंड वन एक टर्मिनल वॉज न्यू, पुराना सांता क्रूज, एंड देन वन ए विच इज नाउ जस्ट नियर ताज, right? Now it's not even dismantled. That from there only Indian Airlines flights were going. I got 7 tickets from commissioner's travel agent. पैसा कौन देगा भाई? तो 7,000 rupees per ticket, 7 tickets, 7 whatever, 49,000. उस टाइम अपना पगार होता होगा 5-10 हज़ार कुछ. 49,000 tickets, and then that all those booklets 7 with me. And myself, Banarse and H.D. Salunke, who was our assistant commissioner, we 3 were at airport, and flight was at 9 p.m. 7 p.m. everybody came, everybody went. There was nobody on the airport. हमारा साथ में से एक भी आदमी आया नहीं. Then airport manager comes and asks me, थोड़ा अंदर तक उस टाइम जाना अलाउड था, अभी नहीं जाने थे, अंदर तक अलाउड था. Why are you standing here? Everybody is gone. You can also leave. And I got 7 tickets. Where are the people? I took him in really some very different mode. I enrolled with him in such a conversation. I am intelligence branch officer. बिल्कुल आप अक्षय कुमार याद करो, मेरे को याद है पिक्चर. I am intelligence branch officer from FDA Maharashtra. We have got spurious drug. This is rifampicin capsule. That is spurious drug, and then our team want to catch that at Delhi, and then we want to travel to Delhi. So we travel. Where are they? They are not there. So what can we do? Flight will go. मैं बोला रुको, आज हमारा जमाना है. 45 मिनट पहले नहीं गए तो अपने को अंदर ही नहीं लेता, बैग नहीं लेता है, कुछ नहीं, 2 घंटे पहले जाना पड़ता है. टुमारो आई गॉट फ्लाइट एट 5 o'clock, तो मुझे रात को 2 बजे जाना पड़ेगा. सुना है, ही वॉज सो एनरोल्ड विथ मी. ही सेड व्हाट यू वांट. मैं बोला कि सर वेट फॉर देम. No, we cannot. This is last flight to Delhi, last domestic flight, and then this flight, if delayed, all international flights will be delayed, and then you really don't know, Mr. Sadhwani, ये फ्लाइट के अंदर कौन तोपचंद बैठा होगा दिल्ली जाने वाला, और ये फ्लाइट लेट हुआ तो कल हमारा इंक्वायरी लग जाएगा भाई. तो मैं बोला नहीं सर, थोड़ा कुछ करो. एंड ही सेड गिव मी 10 minutes. 10 minutes फ्लाइट वॉट डिलेड जस्ट फॉर अराइवल ऑफ केकतपुरे, गिरी एंड पुलिस. और 10 मिनट में, और फिर उसने मुझे पूछा दूसरा स्टाइल, व्हाट इज़ योर प्रॉब्लम, और वी शुड ट्रेवल, तो बोले एंड वी लूज दिस मनी. तो ही took all 7 tickets and recorded allowed by tomorrow morning flight. My tomorrow morning flight doesn't serve my purpose. Tomorrow morning flight doesn't serve my purpose. Therefore, they should be allowed today itself. But they are not there. Flight can go. in that time, Kekatpure and Giri came from port, and police was not there. Kekatpure and Giri came, and they were allowed to be boarded in the flight. वो दोनों बैठे जाके अंदर, फिर वो बाकी 4-5 लोगों का क्या होगा, वो तो कल सवेरे जाएगा, ये होगा, वो होगा. We were worried, and immediately at that time said, "Are you really serious?" I said, "Yes. I can get you 4 or 5 more minutes if you talk to air traffic control. My lifetime, I cannot feel that a flight can be delayed by talking to air traffic control, and I can do that." Right? They wireless, hello, हो गया. So I am this intelligence branch. उसको भी कौन सा intelligence लगा होगा, central government का लगा होगा, क्या लगा होगा? I never said from FDA Maharashtra. I am from intelligence branch. This. Air traffic control allowed me 5 minutes. And then the flight was delayed for 15 minutes, and then by that time, नहीं आया. I had to say that, जाने दो भाई. जाने दो बोला, जैसा उसको बोला जाने दो, वैसा इसका सायरन बजाता हुआ गाड़ी आई. सार. What happened? I had went to wrong airport, बोला. I had gone to wrong airport. He came. Now this computer was not working, or boarding pass is closed, flight closed. The airport manager was so great, coordination with other agencies in your investigation. Airport manager said that, "Sir, everything is closed now. They cannot board this flight, but then I will have one more chance." He talked to the pilot. Are doors locked? He said, "No, wait. I'm sending people." He told, "Okay, go, fine." Now go, then computer was not giving boarding pass because that was closed. He wrote on all boarding passes. By hand he wrote 5 boarding passes and then allowed. And then they went there. They went in, and we went to home. Till we reached home, they reached Delhi, and they told me, we reached home, and then on my landline telephone, we received message, Manmohan Sharma arrested. रात को 9 बजे का फ्लाइट 9:15 बजे गया, 11 बजे दिल्ली पहुंचा, 12 बजे मनमोहन शर्मा was arrested. And then that case is history in Maharashtra, that Kekatpure and Giri with police team were in North India for 10 to 15 days. They arrested 17 accused, 2 truckload of machinery and material, and at 2 pistols, police and Kekatpure brought in there. And then when next day Mr. Deshpande went to Sanjay Narayan at around 10 o'clock, "Sir, Manmohan Sharma arrested." Sanjay Narayan saw his watch. The Rajdhani has not reached and you are arrested. Means you went by plane. You went by plane. Yes. He rose from his chair, clapped, and from that day he said that my intelligence branch can do anything. IB, KIB, we were labeled from that time IB, KIB, and Mr. Deshpande has recorded in my annual review report that turning point of FDA's history, that plane could be stopped for 15 minutes, which turned no case into a big case. And then Mr. Sanjay Narayan wrote that all these people should be rewarded. बहुत हंसी की बात होती है कभी-कभी. How much? Mr. Goodall recommended 150 rupees reward for team of 10 persons. Sanjay Narayan said, "No, sir, they should." Well, sir, if the reward is always token, that you have been rewarded. So reward is always token. So we can give them token only, and only paper is important. So Sanjay Narayan wrote on that. Government has grant or not. In my special powers, write to the government that these people should be given reward minimum of 2,000 rupees. At that type of mention in their service record should be there. And from there, FDA Maharashtra's history intelligence branch could do wonders, have been doing wonders on various cases. We have very nice examples, but due to paucity of time, it's difficult to mention everything here. So that takes us to very different thing, that if there is a passion, there is attitude, aptitude, and if you want to do, you can achieve. I would just request Mr. Banarse to come up here, and this is one Latur case which I wanted to mention, but then this slide will share so that you can understand. There's one case which Chawla sir ने discuss किया वैसा एक case सिर्फ Banarse will narrate and then we close. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Mr. Banarse, please come here. अरे आजा बनारस साहब एक दो बोल दो. Because this is something what care you should be taking. I was recalling Banarse, I was heading intelligence at that time. Banarse was facing one issue in at Orai by arresting one accused, and while arresting, they faced same issues, sir, which you rose, and how they handled those issues, within 2 minutes you can narrate.
Hello. See, look, there was an Ayurvedic product for powers and all those things. It was containing sildenafil tablet. So it became a spurious. So I draw a sample, and after getting the report from government analyst, we decided to file a fire against the manufacturer. Manufacturer was based in Orai. So we were drawn two samples, one by me and another by Mr. Sulochane. We filed FIR. We took PSI along with us. We went to Orai. Early morning we reached Orai. We mapped the premises. We searched that there is one temple in the premises. And after taking all search, we went to SP of the Orai. SP promised us that I will give a good support. So next day morning, SP has given one DYSP and around 25-30 police with us. Morning we reached to the factory. We took a search of factory. Two persons were sitting in one room. They were discussing. And when we inquire about the owner of the factory, they said that he is not in town. So it took around 2 hours for us to search. After that, we found one invitation card, which was an inauguration of that temple, where there was a photograph of the owner along with his wife. So then we found out the person who is sitting in the room is the owner of the factory. Police interrogate him. The another gentleman who was sitting with him, he was the former MLA of the Orai. And he was also editor of Dainik Bhaskar. So he was so powerful, he said that you have no jurisdiction, you have no power to arrest this manufacturer. But my PSI was very strong, and he took the custody of that person. And there was support of 20-30 police. They also convinced the former MLA. We took all the accused to the police station. They make diary, and he was arrested formally and took the charge of by local police station. That accused was sitting outside on the cart, so-called cart in that area. And then after 7 o'clock, we went to our hotel. While taking the dinner, the one police constable came to us that accused health is not good. So we have to take them to civil hospital. We left dinner. We went to the police station. They took him to the civil hospital. Civil hospital, then at night around 3 o'clock, again another policeman came to us that he is serious. So we again went to the civil hospital. We inquired about the civil surgeon. He said that he met with some cardiac arrest also. We have to take them to Jhansi Medical College. Jhansi was around 100 kilometers away from Orai. So while we take him from factory to police station, he was supported by around 100-150 people of the Orai, and 50% was carrying the rifle. So we were only hardly 2-3 people, and PSI was having the only revolver. So midnight, 3 o'clock, when we reached to the police station, they said quickly he was to be transferred to Jhansi Medical College. They prepared everything, ambulance and all this thing. So ultimately we give him our one Hawaldar with him. They went to Jhansi Medical College. Second day morning, within 24 hours, we have to obtain your custody for transit remand from JMFC. So we went to JMFC. JMFC said, as per provision of CRPC, if the accused is not before me, I cannot grant a transit remand. So that time, police inspector said, forget about here, we will go to Jhansi. But I told him that, why don't you get a
Order.
copy of this judicial, this JMFC? So we took a extract, that is true copy of the order, that we will not allow him, since the accused is not before me, I cannot grant the transit remand. Then we went to Jhansi. Jhansi, we first met a CJM at his residence. We narrated him his story that we want a transit remand of this accused. He cooperated very well, but he said that tomorrow morning you come to court. So tomorrow morning when we went to the court, he said that it is not possible for me to give you a transit remand for the accused. Because tomorrow if the murder is happened at Jammu and you want to take to him Bombay, if you drop at Jhansi, you ask the remand custody, how can I give? It is not possible for me, you get it from Orai. Then we met PP.
Okay. Chalo.
Then we met PP. PP said, you forget about this CJM because the night party came, met him, so he will not able to give you. Again we went to the medical director of Jhansi Medical College because he admitted that director says that his BP is normal, his everything is normal. Better take him to the Orai. So all the way we took him to the Orai. Orai, we met SP. SP said there are total 10 newspapers in the Orai. 9 is alleging you because you have done an illegal detention. You have crossed the 24 hours. But only one paper help us. Then we request SP to do whatever, sir, we want a transit remand. Ultimately, SP contacted the your district court and tell him that anyhow you give him a transit remand. So next day when we went to the CJM, on Sunday the court was open for us only. We again produce our application for transit remand. Court says, why don't you come within 24 hours? Because the lawyer was very much pressed, they should have brought him within 24 hours. That time that copy helped us that we came to you, you have rejected our application on the ground that he is not present at the CGM. Then CGM see that copy and then allowed us to take to Mumbai. So you have to be very meticulous legally at each and every place. Otherwise that police prosecutor was against us. He said that we'll arrest you because of illegal detention. So every place, every time you have to be very cautious, and first thing you have to see yourself that you should not be in dangerous situation.
Right, so
Ultimately we got a transit remand because of that, only that copy of the xerox, true copy of the rejected application.
only point
Thank
what
you.
I wanted to make from this is presentation is that whenever you are going to a court, courts will sometime tell you, we don't entertain your application. Please don't come out as it is. Get it writing from the court that we produce application and you rejected our application or you are refused our application. So that application were next day available for him to get that. Otherwise he could have been detained for illegal detention. So this is the risk, and be alert, be patient. be alert to the situation that whatever you are doing, you should be recording it in a proper way so that you also will be protected. Nobody from us does any vexatious thing. But if your documentation is not good, you can be labeled that your raid was vexatious. Nobody is ready to work, but nobody is there for doing vexatious things. So we are there to do good things. Let us all create all the situations where we will be having attitude for investigation, and we will make this world free of spurious drugs. Thank you very much.
थैंक यू वेरी मच सर. दिस इज द सिचुएशन. अब भी हमेशा हम दोनों के बीच में यही फाइटिंग हो जाता है ईच एंड एवरी सेशन में. फ्रॉम नेक्स्ट टाइम ऑनवर्ड्स यूर सेशन विल बी एट द एंड. और रात में 12 बजे तक चलेगा. थैंक यू वेरी मच सर. मैं रिक्वेस्ट श्री डॉक्टर एस ईश्वर रेड्डी सर एंड श्री डॉक्टर ए रामकिशन सर टू फैसिलिटेट श्री ओम प्रकाश सद्वानी जी.
Honor, sir. Thank you.
Very interesting, but people are feeling hungry.
Please. You can bring no whatever.
Please. Anand Rao, sir, please come.
Yes.
Once again, sir, good, excellent.
Thank you, sir. Great, sir. Thank you, sir. Glad to be connected with you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
One more hand, because you have to take this to.
No, you are my hands. Ramavli, Anar sir. पकड़ो तो.
Good. Congratulations, sir.
Sir.
Sir, please be there only. May I request